The oceans are beautiful, but they can also be a scary mystery. It has a depth that can't be measured, and it's also home to creepy, strange, and scary creatures and things. Without a doubt, the scariest things on Earth can be found in the ocean. But the ocean is one of the scariest places to be. There are many creatures that look like monsters, ghostly shipwrecks, and things that shouldn't even be in the ocean. How could something as beautiful as the ocean be scary? Here are the 15 most terrifying things found in the ocean. But before we start our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Number 1. Sarcastic fringhead. Number 2. Zombie worms. Some worms, like the squeamish maggot, love to eat dead animals on land. Zombie worms do the work in the ocean. They use feathery plumes to splay to get the nutrients out of any bones in the sea. But that's not what is scary. The worms you see eating bones are female zombie worms that are home to up to 111 males. They live thousands of feet underwater. Number 3. Bobbit worms. Sand strikers, also called bobbit worms, are ambush predators that live in the ocean. They have hooks that are as hard as bone and can grow as long as a human arm. These worms burrow into sand or gravel and can grab and drag their prey at 20 feet per second, cutting it in half with their large, spring-like jaw that can be pulled back and has plates that look like scissors. Even though they aren't poisonous or dangerous to humans in any way, stepping on one can hurt your legs very badly. Even if they don't hurt you, just seeing them will make you feel weird. Number 4. Giant squids. Giant squids do exist, so it's not a myth. These hard-to-find giants can grow up to 59 feet long and weigh almost a ton. They live in deep-sea environments that aren't very friendly. Because of this, we don't know very much about them because scientists can only study them after they die and wash up on shore. But in 2004, Japanese scientists were able to take the first picture ever of a giant squid that was still alive. 2 years later, scientists and the National Science Museum in Japan were able to catch a live female giant squid that was 24 feet long. Number 5. Underwater rivers. There are rivers under the sea, and when the water flows, it makes a fog-like barrier that looks like a doorway to another world. The last one was found in Mexico by Anatoly Belushkin and a group of divers. They called it Cenote Angelita. In some places, it goes about 115 feet deep and has fresh water and salt water at different depths, as well as trees and leaves moving on the seafloor. But the sea rivers phenomenon is not a new thing. There are underwater rivers all over the world, but the one in the Black Sea is the most well-known. The Black Sea River flows into the ocean at a depth of more than 100 meters and is the 6th largest river in the world because of how much water it moves. Even though they look ghostly, underwater rivers are not caused by the supernatural. Usually, a certain part of the sea flows and carries a lot of sediment, making a river or a body of its own. This is the case with the river under the Black Sea. Number 6. Goblin Sharks. A terrible creature swims through the dark, watery abyss. It has a long body, a big nose that helps it hunt in the dark, and sharp teeth. The goblin shark lives in the open ocean near the surface and down to at least 1,300 meters. It can grow to be 10 to 12 feet long and moves slowly until it attacks. When it does, it moves 10 feet per second and has the fastest jaws in the ocean. If you ever see one, don't blink or you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Number 7. Australian box jellyfish. Jellyfish are one of the animals that live in the ocean that you should stay away from. Their stings can cause anything from a small red spot or rash to death by paralysis. If that wasn't scary enough, the most poisonous marine animal is a jellyfish called the Australian box jellyfish. It lives in warm coastal waters and has lethal varieties in the Indo-Pacific region and northern Australia. The body of the box jellyfish is shaped like a box, which is how it got its name. Its tentacles have nematocysts, which are like tiny darts that can cause paralysis, cardiac arrest, and even death. The box jellyfish is not like other types of jellyfish because it can swim up to 4 knots and see and target its prey. It is a smart predator you don't want to mess with. Number 8. John Doe skeletons. People live on land, which is above water. But strangely, there are a lot of skeletons in the deepest, darkest parts of the sea. Divers have found the bones of John Does by accident, but they don't know who they belong to or why, or how they got there. Archaeologists found the oldest underwater skeleton, which is about 2,100 years old. It came from the Antikythera shipwreck, which was thought to have sunk around 65 BC and is the oldest wreck ever found. Number 9. Barrelé fish. Many people think that deep-sea creatures look like the scary aliens that Hollywood movies show, and the barrelé fish is no exception. It has a clear head with green, shiny barrel-shaped eyes. Its face is even stranger. The organs that look like eyes above their tiny mouths are their sense of smell. They live in a sad part of the ocean, where the sun doesn't reach the surface, and it's dark all the time. Because of this, when they are looking for food, they turn their tubular eyes up. Number 10. Blobfish. The blobfish was named the ugliest fish ever by people on social media. Their sad faces and slow movement can give you bad dreams, but the blobfish doesn't look like that when it's in the water. This sad-looking fish lives in the ocean between 2,000 and 4,000 feet deep, where it looks normal. Because of the change in pressure, they lose their shape and look like blobs when they are above water. Number 11. Whirlpools. If there are black holes in space, whirlpools are in the ocean. When two currents that go in opposite directions meet, they create a swirling body of water that is strong enough to sink large ships. But not every whirlpool is incredibly strong. Some may not be very strong or big. Number 12. Chimera. Chimera is called the voodoo doll of the sea because it looks like different fish parts were sewn together to make a new creature. These black, or pale blue, fish with smooth skin are related to sharks, skates, and rays. They have a pointy end and a thin body, but their upper jaws are fused to their skulls. They have 4 gills that open to the outside, and they have 3 sets of large, permanent grinding teeth. Their big, green, see-through eyes make them look scary, but that's how deep-sea creatures adapt. Number 13. Bermuda Triangle. The well-known Bermuda Triangle is one of the scariest things in the ocean. Since the middle of the 19th century, more than 50 ships and 20 planes have gone missing there. But keep in mind that, despite all the conspiracy theories, the triangle's mystery may be caused by things like tropical storms in the Atlantic, the Gulf Stream, which causes weather to change quickly and violently, and islands in the Caribbean Sea that make up for shallow waters that are hard to navigate. Number 14. Vampire squid. Vampire squids are not actually squids. Instead, they are cephalopods, which are living fossils that have been on Earth before dinosaurs. It has 8 arms and a curly strand that helps it sense its surroundings. It does not drink blood, which is a miracle of evolution that helped it live in the deep sea. Number 15. Spiders. Pycnovinids have small bodies and long, hinged legs that make them look a bit like spiders. Despite how they look, sea spiders are not related to spiders that live on land. People often think that these Pycnogonida are spiders because they have small heads and long, hinged legs. They live about 7,000 meters below the surface of the water and get their food by sucking the juices out of their soft-bodied neighbors with their long snouts. So that's it for today. Was this video helpful? Share your views in the comments section below. Please leave the name and comments of any creature you heard of that you would like added to next list. Please view Terrifying Christmas Eve Diaster. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.